folks gather round the sound. Brentwood Joe's podcast where change is found. What's going on in a little town? Let's lift each other up, let's break it down. Is it a yard sale or a friend in need? Let's lend a helping hand.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a special podcast intended solely to provide information about school board meetings. These are a little different format than our regular podcast. This is a summary of the co-op school board meeting from Tuesday, October 21st. The meeting kicked off at 6 p.m., with Chair Bill Gothier welcoming everyone and leading the Pledge of Allegiance. It's a standard ritual, but in a school board context, it sets a tone of unity and patriotism. Critically, this is more than ceremony. It's a subtle reminder of the board's role in fostering civic education. Bill then had everyone introduce themselves. Board members like Vice Chair Melissa Lyons from East Kingston, Neil Blake from Exeter, Brian Duffy from Brentwood, and others representing various towns. We also heard from student reps Gianna Ney, a 10th grader at Exeter High School, EHS, and 8th graders Noah Jello and Lucy Blackburn from Cooperative Middle School, CMS. Administration rounded it out, including Superintendent Chris Andriski, principals, and officers like Chief Financial Officer Molly O'Keefe. This inclusivity is a strength. Starting with students and admins shows a commitment to diverse voices. But critically, it's worth noting how these intros highlight the cooperative nature of ERCSD, serving multiple towns. In a time of fragmented education politics, this model promotes collaboration, though it can complicate decisions, as we'll see later with budget talks. Bill smartly flipped the agenda to let student reps speak first, so they could head out early. Smart move. It prioritizes youth voices. CMS reps Noah and Lucy painted a picture of a buzzing school, kids adjusting to the year, excited for Halloween dances, activity nights with basketball, dodgeball, karaoke, and snacks. They mentioned Haven's violence prevention lessons on consent, awareness, respect, and empathy, part of the Safe Kids Strong Teens curriculum. Open houses featured scarecrows and teacher presentations. Sports updates included boys cross-country state champs and girls soccer semis, and choir tryouts promised festivals and ice cream field trips. The board's reaction? Enthusiastic praise for the beloved CMS vibe and social events. Then EHS Rep Gianna read for absent Bobby Pace, a wildly successful homecoming dance raising $12,000, with $3,200 and canned goods donated to St. Vincent de Paul Food Bank. More drives like trick-or canning and Thanksgiving baskets emphasize community service. Extracurriculars shown: undefeated women's soccer, fall play rehearsals for Little Women, and PSAT prep. With students dismissed, and thanks to parents for bringing them, the board approved public and non-public minutes from prior meetings unanimously. Public input opened at 6:12 p.m. for 30 minutes, but no one spoke immediately. Gothier encouraged interruptions as they proceeded. This is standard, but critically, it's a double-edged sword. Open input promotes democracy, but low participation might indicate apathy or intimidation. In a district serving multiple towns, more outreach could boost engagement. Superintendent Andriski handed the floor to EHS Principal Tanya Ney for a student presentation. Sophomores Jade and Kevin showcased a U.S. history project, a collage memorializing the global war on terror starting with 9/11. They highlighted ongoing battles like personal losses, using shattered images and a tilted flag to symbolize imperfection and selective history, quoting Churchill. "History will be kind to me, for I intend to write it." Teacher Aaron Blaze explained it was first place among 33 sophomore projects, focusing on memorializing losses like Afghanistan. The goal? Connect history to today, encouraging mature processing of themes like sacrifice and dignity. Projects will display in the library, with hopes for permanent spots. Next, Andriski discussed a facility study. A 5-year-old report pegged SAU campus renovations, including SST and adult ed, at $21 million. Board members toured potential relocations of SAU offices to SST for cost savings and space for special ed programs, keeping students in district, reducing out-of-network costs. They approved $30,000 for an RFP, request for proposal, and high-level cost study, aiming for 20 to 27 implementation. Critically, this is proactive, addressing aging infrastructure amid rising costs. Potential sale of the old building to an educational partner is smart, preserving history. But questions arose. Financial burden on the co-op timeline, 2 to 3 months for study, impact on groups like 68 hours of hunger. The vote was unanimous, but transparency on long-term savings versus upfront costs could be stronger. Also, no charter school priority if selling, good to know, but historical significance merits more discussion. Grants followed, signing for a $310 lead-out grant for water treatment and CMS's $1,175 robotics grant for teams in science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics innovations. A cheeky note on anti-DEI provisions in funding language sparked laughs, but highlights ongoing legal tensions in education equity. Midway through, State Rep Melissa Litchfield, Brentwood, spoke during public input. She clarified confusing info from a prior meeting on intra versus inter-district schools and upcoming legislation. Intra-district, within large districts like Manchester, passed. Inter-district, between districts, died in the Senate. She detailed a 2009 law and Prospect Mountain lawsuit where sending districts pay 80% tuition, no transport responsibility. On SAUs, she noted concerns about bloated costs, originally meant for savings. Bills for inter-district studies are pending, but committees are overloaded. She urged outreach for input on votes. This was gold, demystifying complex laws. Critically, it's a reminder of how state politics ripple to local boards. Melissa's nonpartisan tone, voting per constituents, is refreshing. More critically, SAU cost concerns echo national debates on admin bloat versus efficiency. ERCSD should monitor this, as blowing up SAUs could disrupt their model. Chair Gothier reviewed board goals, incorporating feedback. Goal 1 was reworded to, the school board will work with the administration to provide and encourage opportunities for high-level academic and personal growth for all students. Others covered core values, communication, and fiscal responsibility. Unanimous approval. Positive rephrasing avoids negative behavioral outcomes connotations, focusing on growth. But provide and encourage is still vague, measurable metrics would strengthen it. Chief Financial Officer O'Keefe's financial report noted early year discoveries, student needs, and no snow plowing encumbrances yet. Budget advisory meetings are underway, focusing on high healthcare costs. Solid start, but early reports lack comparisons. Understandable, but highlights budgeting challenges in education. Scrubbing cost is good. Transparency on healthcare hikes is crucial amid inflation. Superintendent evaluation is ongoing. Policy updates approve parental bill of rights, matching statute, and personal device policy, making cafeterias louder, kids off phones. Instructional materials and homework policies passed with minor tweaks. SST update. Strong enrollment. New electrical program funded. Safety and security drills. New school resource officer. Policies align with laws, but parental rights matching statute exactly avoids overreach, wise, given legal flux. Device policy success, easier admin, more interaction is a win against screen addiction. Committee shows steady work, but safety details stayed vague, balance with transparency needed. French teachers proposed a 2026 Quebec-Montreal trip for immersion, 30 to 40 students, $1,495. Board approved unanimously, praising value in alternations with Europe trips. Logistics like weather contingencies addressed. The Morocco trip is being reconsidered due to protests. Board member Neil Blake motioned to revoke approval, citing U.S. alerts, June 12th Rabat, October 1st Casablanca, on tensions, demonstrations, and safety. Chaperones and Grand Classroom Rep Greg Wellhausen defended, saying local guides, vetted itineraries, evacuation plans, treating it like France or D.C. No parent concerns, tourism focus. Motion failed, no second mentioned, but discussion implied continuation. This was tense. Blake's concerns are valid, protests since Arab Spring levels, regional tensions, comparing to D.C. or Sweden feels dismissive. Morocco's context differs. Yet, companies' protocols, native guides, real-time pivots, and lack of parent pushback suggest managed risk. Approving expands horizons. but at what cost? If something goes wrong, liability looms. ERCSD prioritized opportunity, but ongoing monitoring is essential, perhaps a policy for trip reviews amid global events. Public input closed at 7:21 p.m. Board entered non-public and the meeting adjourned. Overall, this meeting exemplified engaged governance, student-centric, innovative, fiscally mindful, strengths, youth involvement and community ties, critiques, safety debates need more data. Budget transparency could improve. For families, it's a district on the move, but watch those legislative waves.
Brentwood Joe's Town Hall podcast is produced and brought to you by Cryout Media Creations, your go-to team for AI audio and video magic. From promotional spots to custom voiceovers, marketing, and entertainment, we make your ideas come alive. Visit cryoutmediacreations.com and tell us about your vision.
Thank you for tuning in. We would love to hear your thoughts on these school meetings. You can email us at brentwoodjoestownhallpodcast@gmail.com. You can also leave feedback directly on the Brentwood Joe's Facebook page. If you listen on YouTube, please give us a like and a follow. Until next time, stay safe and stay informed.